Gaffer, we're knocked out of the Carabao Cup to the Champions League side holders, but how do you assess the game tonight?
Yeah, look, I think you have to hold your hands up and saying we were beaten by the better team. The quality they had and have, all the way through the game. It was a real tough test for our players. I think we started quite well. I thought we were reasonably comfortable. Had the first moment in the game, but the two goals in quick succession sort of stuck the knife in a little bit to us. But I was pleased with the way the players just sort of adjusted halfway through that half to make sure we didn't concede any more goals. We wanted to start the second half in a controlled fashion and keep them at arm's length if we could for 10-15 minutes. And then hopefully bring on some more goal power to give us a lift. They deservedly won the game. But delighted with our players, delighted with the team, the whole club, the way the supporters were with the team, the way the players kept going all the way to the end. Still carried a threat all the way through the game, but and we scored a very good goal, probably the goal of the night. So we have to take solace from that.
You talk about resilience a lot, but how much pride can you take when you see the team stand up like they did? Two sucker punches, like you say in that first half, but stand up and stay strong and not crumble was pleasing.
Yeah, it's important. I think I said that to the players at half time. I pulled Max at half time as well, and it's important how we carry ourselves at all times. We can't lose faith. We can't be despondent. We have to have the right body language. You always got to carry yourself in the right way. I thought the players did that. There was no bitching and moaning between each other. They just come up against an unbelievable opponent that really had the bit between their teeth, and I think that shows great respect to what our team have been doing. Really strong team that they played, really strong players that they brought off the bench. I think they knew they couldn't take this game lightly, but obviously they're a top team.
And that's it, when you see the strength that Newcastle put out tonight, it shows where we are as a team where people are really taking no chances against us, are they?
I think so. I think what the players have done this season has put a marker down, so to speak, in the league, and obviously beating two championship clubs away from home. So I think they knew we were going to come here and try and compete and try and win the game. The players never looked like they weren't trying to attack the opposition goal, but obviously the quality that they had kept that down to a certain limit. But no, I think we can hold our heads high leaving this stadium. I think it's give some players a taste of if they aspire to be at that level, where you have to improve. I think that's an important learning for players to have along their career. But we understand that the league we're in and the teams we'll face won't be on the same level as that. But we still have to have that same effort and commitment that we had tonight to make sure that our quality shows when we go back to the league.
And the lads took to the game plan, didn't they? You saw in that first half, Nick bring the ball high up quite a few times. He had a few moments from that press high up the pitch. Yeah,
look, I think it's one of those. I think if we were going to play a team like Newcastle week in, week out, then we might have to adapt how we do things. But I think when you're on a one-off game, I think going away from what you do week in, week out in the league, I think it's just going to weaken you. It might leave you open a little bit, but I think we have to have faith in what we do. And I think when I want my players to approach a game in normal fashion, commit to it in normal fashion, if I go changing things against a certain opponent, I'm taking away my words. I'm taking away the power behind my words. So I want us to go at teams. I want us to feel good about ourselves. But sometimes you just have to say the better team won, and that was certainly the case tonight. But I think the players know what we do week in, week out in our league and wins us games. It's what got us here in the first place, beating those two championship clubs away from home. So we just if we were going to play that game again, we might tweak a couple of things, but I still think we have to have the courage and the commitment to go and attack a team.
How much can we take from that going into the rest of the League One season when you look at the teams we've beaten, Stoke, Blackburn, two very good championship sides, gone toe-to-toe with Newcastle tonight? There's a lot we can take from that, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so. But whether we win or lose tonight, I think we always have to have a reset going into another game of football. So I think that's what we'll speak about on Friday, pre-Blackpool. That regardless of what happened tonight, we would have still had to do this. We'd have started to do A, still had to do B, and still had to do C. So nothing changes from that perspective. But I think the players have understood that we don't kid ourselves. We're honest with ourselves. We know we're not a Champions League team. I'm not a Champions League manager. So we understand this is a one-off game. On Saturday, we're playing against teams in our league, and and we've already shown that we're a very good team. We have to show it again.
Just short of 5,000 fans there tonight as well. They were brilliant throughout, weren't they? No empty seats, didn't stop singing throughout.
No, it's brilliant because I think they deserve that. I think the backing they've given us all the way through this season, through last season, and I know how much they were looking forward to tonight. And I think they've seen the team score a wonderful goal. They saw their number 9, who's such a hero for them, and it's his boyhood club. So a lot of talk building up to the game, about Cookie getting on the pitch and so forth. So to score a goal like that is brilliant for him. Brilliant moment for the supporters. Brilliant moment for us all, really, because we're all pleased for him. We know that backing that we get is so heartfelt, and we enjoy it.
It was a special moment, like you say, in front of the fans, that goal. For everyone associated with the club that knows what Andy's been through, to get that at this ground is really special, isn't it?
Regardless of what he's been through, just scoring that goal anyway. But considering the year he's had, I think that's good for him. I think it's a little reward for the discipline and the work that he's put in over the last 8 or 9 months is going to bear fruit. He's going to be back up and running. It was right to just bring him on as a sub because he's still not at a level to start a game, I don't believe. But we still know that around the box he's as lethal as ever.
Now, 2 big days getting ready for Blackpool as well, isn't it? It's about a case of getting straight back to it on the training pitch.
Yeah, 100%. I said it straight after the game. Our biggest game this week is Saturday. It's we're not going to make any mistakes about what our priorities are, but every time we take to the pitch, we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our supporters to compete at the highest level, and that's what we did tonight. No, we're looking forward to playing at Valley Prey again, packed house, but we've got a challenge on our hands. It'll be a tough game.